Day number 47, and my note to myself for today is add some fun. Welcome, I'm Anna Delman, and I'm focusing today on adding some fun because the past 46 days of note writing to myself, it has been correction, admonition, reminders, everything to encourage me to pursue 365 days of note writing where I actually apply what I've written to myself to bring my life to greater productivity. And it's working so far, and I'm enjoying doing it. On my note of encouragement to myself, and yours may be different depending on your mobility, where in the world you are, your climate, etc., is to pay attention to my container garden. I love herbs and I love herb gardening, and although they're doing pretty good, they have done better in the past, but way back when I was more mobile, etc., and able to take care of them in a better way. And then another fun thing for me to do is take a nice walk when it's warmer. Read something. I have books I need to dive into, and I need to be reading them as well. Plan menus. Create some new ideas. Read a menu and adjust it to what you like, and experiment. That's a fun thing to do. How about contacting an old friend, someone to encourage? Now that you are progressing as I am progressing, those friends who we didn't pay as much attention to in the past, encourage them. Contact and encourage an old friend. And then last but not least, these are all things that we need to focus on to live your life, and we need to do that. If we've been given the opportunity to function well, not perfectly, out of health that has been compromised in the past, we cannot sweep that opportunity under the rug. So those are my focuses for today, my number 47. And then in going to Proverbs 4, today is July 4th, and I want you to take a few things out of here that we can apply. I want to start with verse 7. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. And whatever you get insight. And various different translations will have that insight as understanding, etc. And then if you go back to verse number 5, get wisdom. Get insight. Do not forget and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. And very important, when you look up that word get in the Hebrew, it means go out and do something to obtain it, procure it, even buy it. Now, how I would apply that for today: if you know where there's a source of wisdom in reading books, go buy one, read it, so that you can apply it to your life. If you need counseling to speak to somebody who is wise and you know they have a great track record in encouraging others, ask for an appointment and go and talk to them. Go talk to your good and solid pastor, not just any pastor who claims to be one and can encourage you. A real true one, somebody who knows the word of God and how to apply it to your life, and doesn't put their culture ahead of what God says, or their tradition ahead of what God says. Stay away from people like that. That is not wise. And then, while I'm referring to not wise in speaking with people who we shouldn't be around, verse number 12 says, when you walk, your step will not be hampered, and if you run, you will not stumble. If you flip back to Psalm 1, verse 1, it says, don't talk, don't walk, don't sit, don't linger with those people. Find good, solid counsel wherever you can get it. Look up those sources and obtain it, get it for yourself. That's the only way we are going to move forward. Yesterday we talked about the tablet of your heart. What does that refer to? The tablet of your heart. Your heart is your understanding, how you live your life, how you function. If you don't think that's worthy of input in reading to stimulate it more and entrench in you what you need to do, go get it. Go after it. Don't let other people stand in your way. And if they do, You keep walking, you go after it because you deserve it, as do I. Now, this is my source and my foundation platform on which I am building mine. I have encouraged you that although I'm trying to speak to you in a practical way for application of all of life, irrespective of whether you are a believer or not, I certainly do believe that this is the foundation on which all of life should be built. However, if you are along for the journey to learn and glean from what I say that you can, find a source of wisdom. Go to your library, go to your bookstore, read a magazine that has encouraging instruction. If it doesn't read as good to you, put it aside. Ask friends to share with you where they learn the practical elements of life to sustain them and carry them through, and you will get it. Try it. I ask you to, for your good and to bless those in your community. I also encouraged you the other day to be gracious and kind when you at the checkout counter and you are passing through and the person's scanning your produce, etc. Be gracious to them. And guess what? This morning I was tested on that. I went out shopping with my family, and while out shopping I was ahead of them in the line to go through, and the checkout clerk, she was just one of those, and they're anywhere in the world, they're anywhere, doing me the favor of doing my groceries, scanning them. And I just thought, wow, what an opportunity to apply what I've encouraged other people to do. I love my grocery store people when I go through. I befriend them. I know them by name. But this one was new, and my goodness, I stood back and I spoke to her and I smiled at her and I went through. It didn't change her demeanor. And as I walked away, we are in very cold temperatures right now. Our overnight temperatures go down to the high 20s, low 30 Fahrenheit, and our daytime temperatures rise dramatically up into about the 70s, low 80s. That's a dramatic difference. Maybe she was cold. Maybe she had a bad night's sleep in her home where maybe she didn't have heating and she was struggling with that in life. We never ever know. Apply grace. Get wisdom. Pursue it. Find it. Entrench it into your heart. Get it. Work at doing so, no matter what it takes, and you will be victorious, and I will too. So take care until tomorrow. God bless, and I'll talk to you then. Bye bye for now.